As human beings, we are very curious little creatures. And what we love the most in a world is a mystery. I have a great mystery for you to solve today. A big question with an unknowable answer, something mysterious and deeply profound. The two seem related, don't they? When we seek the mysterious, we feel that shiver of the profound. For there is something of the profound that is unknowable, beyond us, unfathomable. A higher knowledge and a higher understanding beyond myself that gives grace and clarity to my existence. And this is the illumination after which we are seeking, and the echoing answer to the great mystery in our hearts: who am I? And I'm saying this with a good amount of humor, that many people are very busy and disinterested in boring, dry things like theology or philosophy. But if you present a man or woman with a mystery, they jump to attention. If I say, "Come closer to me, my friend. I have a great mystery to solve, a question to be answered. There is something here in the darkness to be illuminated." And now we are curious. And that is why they say to begin every story with a mystery, to grab the reader's attention. Because stories are echoes of our lives, and all of our lives begin in a very great mystery. Every man and every woman is a seeker of truth. It doesn't matter if you seek within science or within religion, within family and relationships, within philosophy and academia, or within creativity and art and music and storytelling. The undeniable truth is that every man and every woman is a seeker, a great holy detective, seeking everywhere, every second of the day, both without and within, for knowledge of ourselves. This is because at the heart of every human experience, in the depths of ourselves, there is a vast and ancient unknown. We spend much of our lives trying to solve that mystery, trying to uncover that truth, trying to answer that question: who am I? And it seems like all of humanity is defined by this strange amnesia. As a species, we are trying to remember who we are. I hear people speak of an emptiness at the heart of themselves, and this seems to be a very human feeling, easily manipulated, especially among those who are undergoing trials in their lives, who find themselves very vulnerable. We ache from that mystery, and many people gravitate towards anyone who claims to have an answer. But just as the emptiness is the mystery at the heart of yourself, so is the answer to that mystery at the heart of yourself. And only you can illuminate that mystery, and only you can find that final knowledge, a quest, they might say. And my only purpose here is to draw your eyes toward it. That yes, there does seem to be an unanswerable question, and yes, in fact, there is an ineffable answer. It is not an answer that I can tell you in words that you would understand. It is an experience that you must find within the deepest chamber of your heart. And so this is the challenge that God puts before us, the prophets and the teachers and the saints and the illumined. Now that you have seen me, and now that you have known me, go and teach the children of me. Go and draw them to me. Show them the heart within themselves. Now that you have known me, go and show them the unknowable. Now that you have heard me, go and speak the unspeakable, describe the indescribable, preach the unpreachable, make them understand. And this is the impossible task that demands unflagging faith, an infinite heart, godly gifts, and unconquerable will. For once the command has been given, every step of your life is for the teaching, to find the courage the understanding, to teach the unteachable, to speak the unspeakable, to help the children know the unknowable God, until they find the truth within themselves, after which all lessons are done. So why the yearning? Why the seeking? Why are you so fascinated by mysteries? And I will tell you plainly that on the other side of every mystery, there is awe. Little awe and great awe, transient awe and permanent awe. On the other side of every mystery, there is awe. And so on the other side of this mystery that burns at the heart of our being, this mystery that induces us with cravings and delusion, on the other side of this emptiness that resides at the heart of our humanity, there is a great, ineffable, inconceivable, incomprehensible awe. That's why whenever someone says there's a mystery to solve, we are suddenly intrigued. Because deeply, perhaps without realizing, we are yearning for the awe of realization. And so, a few curious traits of all that have been told to me over the years by different neuroscientists. The experience of awe is actually healing to our brain. Our brain craves it. The experience of awe heals neurotransmitters and allows them to regenerate. That is why, standing at the center of a symphony of great sound, such as Beethoven's Fifth, we are roused with a sense of awe. To be in a concert hall with all of the acoustics and the vibrations and that sense, that shiver, that skin tingle, that hair-raising awe. And so it is when we stand in the presence of God. For those who are seeking the experience, as we all seek it within the heart, when you come into the presence of that great magnanimous spirit, it is not only an ocean of light and a sense of connection and unity, but it is the greatest, most inconceivable awe, higher than any drug, more powerful than your own heartbeat. It is awe that destroys you and remakes you in the image of God. It is an awe that is the supreme knowledge of love. The awe of standing as one in God's presence and knowing the eternal light of lights. It brings us to our knees. It makes us a servant, summons tears to our eyes when we speak. It is what makes the throat close with emotion. It is the awe of the memory of the experience of that great spirit, the light of the body, that purity of consciousness, and the resonating feeling, the echo, that vibration that carries throughout the rest of our lives like a touchstone. The pure mind always touching upon that awe of the mystery that is life, that is the presence of God. So how do we know that a prophet or a teacher speaks the word? For upon hearing it, within us stirs the memory of our true selves. Within us arises awe. And so, with that understanding, we can see that love is the unity, whereas awe is the presence. Enlightenment is the knowledge, the internal knowledge that is gifted through illumination. And bliss is the joy of returning to our source. And so this is what it means to be in the presence of God. This is what it means to receive the Holy Spirit. This is what it means when we say it is Christ that lives through us. It is standing in the illumination of a source and a mother and a father that is so much greater than ourselves, and yet creates, sustains, and permeates all of our being. There is no part of us that is not God. And yet, standing in that presence of the all is to say, I am nothing, and only God exists. I am emptiness itself, and only God fills me. Who is Theresa? Who is she without God? Only the Holy Spirit fills this body. For by standing in that presence of such awe and love and knowledge and mightiness and greatness, what we understand is that life itself can only exist through this power, that my very essence bends and sways to that will, that an ocean far greater than simply this body exists beyond me, far beyond, and yet somehow that infinity resides within my own heart, all of our hearts as one. The infinity within me is the infinity within you. And so, this is the highest mystery, the deepest mystery, and the highest awe and the greatest awe, the knowledge of the unity of standing in the presence of God.